Hello, Gemini. Welcome back to Spirit Source Tarot. And for the new people, hello, I'm Angie. And I want to thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. So today we're doing something a little different. We are going to do a how are you and your partner feeling about each other, okay? Gemini, you're over here to the left, okay? Your cards are going to be how your partner's feeling about you. Your partner's over here to the right, so you hit their card, are going to be how you are feeling about them. The brown cards are the energy. So we are going to clarify each person's energy here accordingly. These red cards, let me go ahead and give you the heads up right now. Slightly adult themed artwork here because it stands for what's your sexual energy right now. How are you guys relating to each other physically, emotionally? Are you still drawn together? You know, that type of thing. Here we have our deviant moon cards, our little black deviant moon cards, and they are going to uncover what's not being said. What's not being said. So that's going to be interesting. And then our bonus is we're going to get some words of advice from Spirit. So, Gemini, let's get started. Okay. This is how your partner feels about you. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. You know, excuse me. Offering compassion. Olive branch. Willingness. Okay. How you're feeling about your partner? Six of Coins. You could be wanting more balance. You could be saying that they are selfish and the relationship is imbalanced. You could be saying that because of this selfish nature, that's why we have a problem. And they're over here trying to apologize to you and show you sweet nothings. Or you could be saying, here, take this coin and bounce. That too. So let's clarify, all right, guys? First clarification card from your partner is the Star. First clarification card from you is the Two of Wands. Second clarification card from your partner is the Three of Wands. Ooh. Second clarification card from you is the Three of Swords. Third clarification card from your partner is the Knight of Wands. Third clarification card from you is the Ace of Swords. So what we have here is they feel like you were there exhibiting, trying, putting the actions behind the words. You were there emotionally. You were available. They feel like they weren't enough for you. They feel like there was a certain element, a sexual element. There's a certain element, a commitment element that for some reason didn't click with you. You didn't click into it with them. That you're looking because something just off and really couldn't connect to commit well. I'm not seeing a outrageous cheating incident. I'm just seeing that the commitment couldn't mesh, and that's how they're feeling about you. That's the energy they're saying you gave off. It was there. However, you were looking for something else. You just knew deep down inside that there's something else out there. And so a part of you gave off a feeling of lack of commitment. You got two knights here. So there's a lot of movement, a lot of, we've got emotion, we've got wants, we've got trying things, putting action behind things. We've got healing here. We do have love here. You guys might have tried this, that, and the other counseling, but there was something about the commitment that could not mesh, is what they're feeling about you. You, on the other hand, seemed like you were being used. You felt like you were being used. You felt like, you know, they were always looking as well for the next person to take care of them. You found out some things. You definitely did. You found out that they were maybe in communication with an ex, communication online, complete imbalance to two people that are supposed to be together. Now we have 3 swords. It was a complete imbalance. You feel like they had you thinking one thing, but they were not committed either. This damaged the relationship a lot. Ace of Swords, that big old sword used to sever. Oh yeah. And when you saw this, the heartbreaking shock of it, let me scoot everything up. Not only did it bring a lot of clarity, it began the process of separating emotional ties privately. You want to let them know that that was probably the moment of the point of no return. Even though you tried, and look at the cerebral nature of the Ace of Swords. This is definite. This is definitive. You saw something. You saw conversation given to 2 or more. This person was online. Okay. They feel like you had a lack of commitment energy. And so perhaps that's why they displayed this thing and you found it. Or indulged. Maybe it was a site or dating app or meet people or something like that. Let's look at your sexual energy. The sexual energy from your partner here. They're saying you're in hermit mode when it comes to them. When it comes to them, they're saying your interest really didn't feel like they wanted to be made to feel. And that comes from over here. Remember we said that they felt like you were there but searching. You were there but trying to make it happen. This person in this picture is not committed to that scene at all. Holding their interest. They're saying that it was difficult for them to hold your interest because you always seemed elsewhere. Here we are, 3 of Wands, thinking and looking out because there's got to be something out there. Why don't I feel like this is forever? They couldn't get you 100% as their person, is what they're feeling like. You, on the other hand, Gemini, 5 of Swords. Here we have the manipulation aspect. They were using their sexuality online, looking for the next best thing. I feel like you feel like they're selfish. They want to be taken care of. You know, if one person isn't doing it, they hop, skip, and jump looking for the next person. 5 of Swords. You feel manipulated by them. You feel used. Manipulated and used, and it fits. Let's look at what's not being said. Queen of Wands. So they're not bringing up, you got the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So they definitely feel like somebody else had your attention from afar. Okay, not that far. Maybe you just live on the other side of town or whatever. They feel like your attention was elsewhere and they could not get you like 100% to be theirs. They could not satisfy you sexually, is what they're feeling as well. They're saying that the compatibility was there. However, it was missing something. It was missing that sexual spark. And somebody else has it and they're not saying it. It's like, they just refuse to even, they've acknowledged it to themselves, but they're not going to bring it up and maybe give that person any sort of platform or seat in this conversation. However, Gemini, let's take a look at how you're feeling about them. And what you're not saying is you've had some healing to do. And you're doing that now. You came into this relationship with still undergoing some healing. And this betrayal of trust was just something that, a catalyst that just sent you in a place of just a mental lockdown, shutdown, keep everyone out. And what you're not telling or sharing is that's where you are. You're in healing mode. You're not really sharing that at this time. I don't know if you feel like this person just isn't worth it because they only want you for, what you can provide for them. So there's no point in sharing anything about healing and so on and so forth. You guys both have the star, though, but just in different places. This person's not talking about the type of person you're attracted to, though. And you're not sharing with them the fact that you're in healing mode. Let's see what Spirit has for advice for you guys, Gemini. But they certainly have something correct because I've been doing your readings. Every Gemini reading, I say that. I've been doing your readings and your person popped up. And they're popping up here. Somebody that lights your fire. They felt like they couldn't light your fire. Look. They felt like they could not light your fire. You're there, Knight of Cups, compassionate and whatnot. But when it comes to that relation, they couldn't do it. And that's how they're feeling, like they could not do it for you. And meanwhile, you were sort of turned off mentally from this person's manipulative ways. So let's see what words of advice Spirit has. First card out, the Lovers. There you are, Jemmy. Second card out, Seven of Wands. Third card of advice is the Seven of Cups, okay? There is a wall, a boundary in between you guys. Gemini, you're here. Your couple is here. There's a wall. We got 2 sevens here as well. There's definitely a wall between you guys. And everybody needs to sort of take accountability for their actions here. If you need to heal, face what you've done. Don't act confused. Don't act like you don't want to deal with it. Traditionally, the Seven of Wands is that card with that person in a defensive stance. Don't block out things that you need to learn. There's a learning to be done here. There's a healing to be done. Seven of Cups can stand for a lot of information as well as a bit of confusion in terms of order, steps order. What should we do? How can I heal? Should I be on my own to heal? It can have some confusion with it. Are we going to stay together? But Spirit wants you to know that I felt that boundary here too. There's just a major disconnect. One person's talking about, The fact that they feel like you were distracted, right? And we could see that it came through in the sexual energy as well. And as the Knight of Wands, the non committal energy. We see that. And they're saying, well, they're showing what they're not saying is the reason why, because somebody's got you. Like, you know, got you fired up. There is somebody out there. They might know of them now that does it for you, lights your fire. And you're over here actually disconnected. Ace of Swords, severed. Boom. Why? Because you saw them trying to give unequally, give to another. We have two wands here, and the damn world, the internet. There's some other communication going on. Then we have the sexual energy here of how you were feeling manipulated. Five of Swords. Anybody will be manipulated. They use their sexual energy to manipulate people. So you disconnected. Heart, shot, broken, felt betrayed, and had to go through some healing. So this is awesome. Spirit is saying, you know what? There's something in the middle. There's some defensive energies. If you're defensive on both sides, how can you actually address what needs to be addressed? And that's feeding the confusion. That's feeding muddying up the water so you can't see the steps that you need to take, whether it's going separate ways or going together into the future of healing and mending